Hi everyone. So now let's create the user module, auth module, user module we already have. Inside auth module, just add auth service, auth strategy, auth controller, right? In the authentication, we have lots of things, and here type our module.4 feature. If we are accessing the database, that is just optional. If you are accessing the database, then it's a must that you add a type or module.4 feature. Now we have a auth module. Just import the auth module. So we have user module, auth module, and now we can start playing with this. So here, now important part is, because auth module using user service, so you also need to add a dependency injection of this, otherwise you are getting error that user service is a provider, not part of auth module. So what you need to do is you need to import the user module inside a auth module and your error will be gone. Now we'll do npm run start dev and our application will be started. Yes, it is started. Now we can start playing with this. So there is an auth login endpoint is also created. We have a sign up, we have a login API. This is a user service, user controller, user module. We have auth module, auth service, auth controller, and we are using bcrypt.js instead of bcrypt. Bcrypt.js is the native library. It won't break or it won't complain. Now we have fixed the bcrypt.js import. Now let's run the application. Okay. So what we are doing is unknown strategy local. So I know what is the error. I will fix it. So what I'm missing is we are not importing all the strategy or everything inside this auth module. And also we need to add a passport module, passport module.register. Then only we should be able to use this passport local strategy session true. And also here inside local strategy, we need to add a local strategy here. That's an injectable service. Right now we can start the application and start playing with this again. So I did a login, unauthorized. Let's see what we are doing here. Unauthorized. I got the reason why it is throwing unauthorized, because the passport local strategy by default works with the username and password. And I'm trying to pass email and password. Obviously that won't work because default strategy expecting username and password, because the demo based on that. So we need to change it to the username password in the payload. Now username password, and I'm able to log in. This login really works, and I got the request.user, whatever the user is being set. Now next thing is, let's start dealing with the session. So what we want is, once you log in, you should get the cookies. That cookies you can again pass when you are trying to hit the protected API route. So we need to add a express session. Express session is a module which you can just add with the npm add express session, and express session, passport, all these three modules, express session, types, and the passport. And connect Redis. I will talk about this later. Redis we will talk separately, because Redis we are going to use as a persistence layer. So when we want to persist the session to the Redis, then we will be using Redis. Here for now, here we can just get a Redis service. So this is how you can get the service, injectable service, using app.get. We can get the Redis client using Redis service.get client. Once you got the client, we can use the connect Redis, or we will, for now, we will just simply register the express session. So inside a session, it takes a couple of arguments, and those are really important helper arguments which we pass here. Okay, what will be the expiry of the token, session cookies, how the cookies will be created, are you creating some store to store the cookies, what will be the expiry, how the cookies, all the parameters which are securing the cookies when you are exchanging the cookies between the client and the server. So this is how your default cookies looks like. You are passing secret which can be a environment variable, reverse, save, initialize cookies, maximum age, and couple of more arguments you can add inside the cookies object. And initialize the passport. Here we are doing passport app.use passport.initialize, app.use passport.session. That is another thing. And setting the secret from the environment variable. So now in the next video, let's talk about how this end-to-end works with Redis or without Redis.